the dishwasher and the washer is going. So if y'all hear that humming stuff in the background, just ignore that. All right. And I did have my hair in a ponytail, but as soon as I walked in the house from grocery shopping, the little ponytail thing I had just broke. So anyway, I'm about to show y'all some of the stuff that I get from the grocery store. So today was like a regular day where I just had to go to 2 stores because, you know, certain stores have different things that I like, right? And so today, like, I want to start out by saying this. I realized that I grew up in an ingredient household, right? And if you don't know what an ingredient household is, that's where, like, you didn't really have a whole bunch of snacks, but you had food to make whatever you wanted to, probably from scratch. Now, we didn't make everything from scratch, but my mother and father didn't buy a whole bunch of, like, stuff. And I remember they had us looking at the packages to see what was kosher, what had lard in it, and things like that. So we used to pay attention to things like that back in the day. But anyway, because I grew up in an ingredients household, that's kind of how I shop now. Like, yeah, I do have certain snacks, right? Like, the snacks I have right now is like some cheeses. I got some saltine crackers. I got some popcorn and stuff like that. But I do also have popcorn kernels to make my own popcorn. Anyway, but this is some of the stuff that I get on a regular, like, you know, I'm not doing a big thing of shopping. It's just me. My son does live with me, but he's over 21. So, you know, either sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not. But either way, this is what I get. I always make sure I keep onions, garlic, some type of lettuce or whatever, or greenery. So today I went to Trader Joe's. I got some of their Tuscan kale and I got some arugula because I love how arugula kind of stays a little bit fat longer than lettuce if you keep it right. So these are in bags, but what I'm going to do is open these bags, take them out, put them into one of my large plastic containers with a paper towel after I rinse it, because I don't know, they say they rinse, but I'm still going to rinse it and put it in my salad center. Anyway, all right, so we got that. We got some kale. Now, I don't eat a lot of bread, but I do like Trader Joe's sourdough bread. All right, this is one of their sourdough breads. I did like this the last time I get it, but also still working on just kind of phasing bread out or making my own if I could figure out some healthy way to do it. All right, so we got that. What else we got here? I love using my air fryer, and if you got an air fryer, parchment paper saves the day, baby, or air fryer liners or whatever it is that you feel. But I always throw a piece of parchment paper in there, cook whatever I need to do, go on, be about my way, and I don't have to wash it every single time. Okay. So I did want to get some sardines from Trader Joe's, but they did not have any sardines. Well, they did have sardines. The only sardines they had was in spring water, and I don't really like sardines in spring water. I also don't like sardines with the bones and skin still on it, so I don't know. But I ended up getting some of these, which I feel like they say that they're boneless and butterfly, but they don't say that they're skinless, so we'll see what happens when I open them up. But I also got some smoked mackerel, and this is bomb too. If you know, you know. All right, I like to keep these on hand for those days where I you know, am engrossed in work. I didn't really prep anything or whatever. I can get these. I could cut up some fruit, you know, put it on a salad, whatever, or eat it with some saltines and some cheese and call it a day. All right, back in the day, if you know, we used to tear some sardines up. Okay, so I got that. Let's see what else. Let me see. Now, I do also have one of my little trusty Trader Joe's bags that I like to, you know, get all the good colors that they have. They have an army green out right now that I don't really like, so I'm not getting that. But I have this one. I have a blue one. I had a yellow one, but my sister's confiscated that, so that's no longer mine. But we'll see what other colors they come out with. So I got some cherry tomatoes because those go good on salads or whatever you can throw them into. I got some ground turkey because what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna cook one of these with some onions, some peppers, season it up, and I'm gonna put it in a Tupperware container because you can use it for, you know, pasta and sauce. You can use it for a bowl that you want to make or whatever. You can use it for a whole bunch of stuff, and it just helps if it's already ready. Like, my sister meal preps, and I just could never get into meal prepping. I just never could keep up with it. And so what I do is I ingredient prep. All right, I'm gonna make a main protein, and I'm probably going to cut up some vegetables like some onions and some peppers just to have to go, and spring onions. Okay, always like to use those or whatever. But yeah, I can't get caught up in meal prepping right now, but ingredient prepping we can do, because I don't mind coming in here and throwing something together as long as, like, you know, the protein's ready and there's something already cut up. So we got that. All right, so then I have a bag of ginger gold apples in the refrigerator from Wegmans, but then I also got some of these. These are, I feel like these are Honey Crisp. Yeah, these are Honey Crisp. They are kind of small though, but you know, apples, pears, oranges, stuff like that is good to have in the refrigerator for when you're hungry, or even if you have a sweet tooth craving, you're trying to get away from processed sugars. All right. Fresh fruit is something easy to have on hand to go ahead and hit that feeling, okay? And it's way better than any of the processed stuff that you would get with all the extra added sugars. Now, do I eat some of the other stuff? Yes, but you have to really limit it. And honestly, cooking at home is how you combat that, okay? Because you know what's in your sauces and stuff like that. Now, listen, don't judge me. I love Trader Joe's frozen rice. All right. I mean, it's perfect in the microwave every time. 3 minutes is fine. But they have 3 different ones. They have a jasmine one. They have a brown rice one. And this one is a medley of brown rice, red rice, and black barley. I love this. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you, don't sleep on their frozen rice. Because on a weeknight, in a pinch, you're trying to make you a little bowl. Say you got some, ground turkey already prepped. You got some little veggies already cut. All you need is some frozen rice, some arugula, some of that turkey, and then your little fixings, and then like some hummus or some sauce. And you got a whole meal, okay? All right, what else we got? Always keep red onions and potatoes, and of course sweet potatoes on hand. My bag is about to rip. Oh, no, yeah, it is rip. Keep these on hand because these are also good to. You got some rice, you maybe have some fish, maybe you just need to get a little potato going on, regular potato or sweet potato. So that's what I like to keep in the house. So that, as you can see, I don't have any main meals, but I have a bunch of ingredients to make different meals. Also, something that I've been doing is making my own pico de gallo. All you need is the tomato, the jalapeno, cilantro, and a lime if you want to do it like that. But I don't do spicy, so I do tomato, cilantro, a green pepper, and a lime, red onion. You got your pico de gallo right there, okay? Then this is one of the processed things that I do get because obviously, like I said, I have a growing man living with me, and sometimes stuff like this goes a long way. Okay, so potatoes, hash browns. Okay. And then somebody mentioned to me that they wanted some pizza. And you know, I'm the kind of mother that I'm like, okay, listen, we do got food at home, but it doesn't have to be boring. All right, when I come in here to make a meal, it's a whole meal, it's a production. All right, but anyway, Trader Joe's had these pizza crusts. I actually saw somebody else beside me. Does anybody else do that? I saw somebody else standing beside me and I looked in her basket and she had 2 of these. So I was like, oh, so she must know something. I don't know. So let me go ahead and grab one of these. And they had a pizza sauce, which honestly, I could probably make this pizza sauce myself because I got some tomato sauce and some crushed tomatoes in the cabinet. But we're going to go with Trader Joe's pizza sauce to make it easy. And I already got some cheese. All right. And for cheese, I usually buy like block cheese so I can shred it and keep it moving. All right. So that's that. That's that. And then another thing that I like to do in the morning is maybe I'll make an egg tortilla, right? I like to call it an egg taco, a crispy egg taco, because I'll put the egg in the pan, then I'll throw a tortilla on top of it, flip it over, maybe sprinkle some cheese, some salt and pepper, close that blicky up. All you need is one egg. It fills up the taco, and that's breakfast. You know, eat it with some fruit, some applesauce, or bacon, whatever it is that you want with it or whatever. But I always keep some of these on hand as well, because even if you buy rotisserie chicken, you got some arugula, you can just make wraps. You can make all types of stuff when you have these. You can even use that ground beef and make you some little tacos with that. So so that's kind of my little haul for today, right? Today's Sunday. I probably won't need to go to the store again until next week unless I have to get like some water or something like that. But I just want to do this like quick grocery haul, so when people, you know, are thinking, oh my god, I don't know what to get from the store, like just get you some basics so you can throw some stuff together. Now if you're not a cooker, then you are going to the store to look for these things already prepared, right? Like you're looking for pico, you're looking for veggies cut up already, like onions, celery, garlic and peppers or whatever. Look for that stuff already cut up. They even cube up the sweet potatoes and stuff now, so you're just gonna be looking for already prepared so that you can cook and throw it together. All right, so it's easy. And these days, I'm telling you, you have to start eating at home, because you don't know what's going into these sauces. You don't know what's going into the food. And if you are trying to watch how much sugar you're intaking, right? How much, whatever it is that you don't want a lot of, right? For me, I don't want a lot of added sugars, and I don't want a lot of unnecessary oil if I don't have to, right? Or unnecessary seasoning, because like the basic seasonings that I use is garlic powder, onion powder. I use smoked paprika. I use a lot of the dried herbs and things like that, and sea salt and pepper. I don't use garlic salt. I don't use lemon pepper. I don't do any of that. I kind of make my own or whatever, because some of those seasonings have like extra stuff in it to keep it from caking up, and then that stuff just causes problems down the line. So anyway, like I said, I may start showing some of the meals that I make with these things as we go along, but if you are looking for how to keep meals on hand, definitely get yourself some basics, some potatoes, some fruits, some vegetables, tomatoes, lettuce, and then get you a protein. You got so many different things that you can make. All right. Anyway, I'm your girl Demita. Don't forget to listen to the Self-Care Revolution podcast. The new episode is out now. Get down below. Let me know if you like content like this, because if you don't, I want to know that too. All right. I want to know both of them. So anyway, I'm your girl Demita. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.